Staff Sergeant Drive with the 45th Security Forces Squadron. I just came to check upon you. Do you have any identification on you that I can check?
No, I'm not going to provide you with any ID.
But you do know to get to U.S. code to take any type of photography of.
Don't put your hands on me, okay?
Okay. I'm escorting you. Are you refusing to leave?
Why do I need to leave? It's private property?
Yes, sir.
You're San Antonio Police?
Yes, sir.
So you're patrolling private property? What are you hiding in there?
Their procedures or what's on that x-ray, that becomes an issue.
You're a contracted police officer? Are you law enforcement? You're law enforcement.
Imagine arriving at a taxpayer-funded migrant resource center, camera rolling, only to find San Antonio officers insisting it's private property. No signs, no explanation, just threats of arrest and a federal lawsuit dangling in the air. What are they so determined to hide behind that tent? Stay tuned, because this story is just getting started.
No, I don't need any help. Your names? I'll take your names.
You can't come in here, sir. You gotta come. We'll talk to you over here.
Okay.
You gotta get out of here, okay?
Why do I need to leave?
It's private property.
It's private property?
Yes, sir.
You're San Antonio Police?
Yes, sir.
So you're patrolling private property?
You leave, sir.
Are you patrolling private property, sir?
That's what I'm saying.
You're not though, right? This is city property, correct?
Okay. You leave, sir.
This is taxpayer funded property, correct, sir?
Yep. You leave,
Right?
sir.
Okay. As long as we're on the same page that it's taxpayer funded property, because it is.
Yep. You leave, sir. Okay.
Why would that be if this is taxpayer funded property, sir? May I get your name?
Yes, I already told you, sir.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. What was it? Ramos?
Yes, sir.
And Perez.
Yes, sir.
918 and 1164. Yeah. Like I said, this is city property, so we shouldn't have any issues here. I know you said it was private property, but it's not.
Yeah.
That's why you're San Antonio Police and you're here. If it was private property, you would have no business to be here, right?
Yep. You leave, sir. Okay.
But this is public property, sir.
I'm gonna escort you out, okay, sir?
What does escort me out mean?
We're just walking out.
Why can't I be here?
You can't be here.
But why is that? I want to know why.
Come on, sir.
Why is that? Can I speak to your supervisor, please?
All right. I need to go.
Can I speak to your supervisor, please, officer?
Yes, I need to go. I need to take you out of here, okay, sir?
But why is that? I'm not breaking any laws. This is public property. This is not a restricted area.
Okay. All right. Not want him here. All right. Come on, sir.
I would like to speak to a supervisor, please.
Okay.
Don't put your
Okay.
hands on me, okay?
Okay. I'm escorting you. Are you refusing to leave? Are you refusing to leave at this point, sir?
Is that a lawful order you're giving me to leave?
Yes. Right now, I am.
All right, I'd like to speak to a supervisor.
Okay.
This is public property. I have every right to be here. I want to make it clear, just for the federal lawsuit. If I don't leave, are you going to arrest me?
It's a possibility.
It's a possibility. It's a yes or no, sir. This is public property. You have no right to do this.
Okay.
I would like to speak to your supervisor.
Okay.
Can I get your name and badge number, sir? Hi, how are you? Can I get your name and badge number, sir?
Can you go to the property, sir?
Step outside, sir.
Can I get your name and badge number, sir?
It's right here, sir.
Right here? Do you spell that R-I-T-E-W-R-I-G-H-T? How you spell right here? Even in Texas, you have officers' names right here, huh? Can I get your name and badge number, ma'am? Is it right here as well? Right there. Okay, so it's a little bit different than right here. It's right there. Got it. Can you call supervisor? I want you to call supervisor. I want you to call supervisor. I'm not on.
Are you refusing to leave the property?
I'm not on the property.
At the end of the gate.
I am not on the property.
Okay.
This is a public sidewalk. This is in line with the public sidewalk. I looked at the GIS surveys, so you can go ahead and arrest me. This is a public sidewalk. So go ahead and arrest me. Go ahead.
All right, man.
Go ahead. This is a public sidewalk. I've already looked at the GIS surveys.
Okay.
So you can go ahead and then you could lose your qualified immunity and then I can hold you accountable in federal court. I've done it many times before, officer. I would highly suggest you don't involve yourself in something that you're not going to win. You're not going to win it.
Okay.
I want to speak to your supervisor. As per your policy, you're to call your supervisor when a member of the public asks to speak to your supervisor, and I'm asking you to speak to your supervisor, sir.
Okay.
Can you
Should be
call
here in
one?
about 8 minutes.
To do rounds? Or did you call him? I didn't see you call anyone.
Okay.
This is not even restricted area. Oh, do I want to get unlawfully arrested in San Antonio today? Really don't want to have my freedom taken away from me, but you guys are making it very difficult because you're not allowing transparency and accountability in the First Amendment inside of a publicly funded area. This is publicly funded. This is a taxpayer funded area. So I'm hoping if I speak to your supervisor, he will understand and he will prevent you from doing something you're going to regret. So if I go into the taxpayer funded property, sir, are you going to arrest me? I just need to know. Are you going to arrest me? Because I'm going to go over there then.
Sir, you can't come in here. Okay?
By whose order? Your order?
So you're not authorized to be in here, sir.
How am I not authorized to be in here? This is not a restricted area.
Okay, sir.
Who's authorized to be in here? Isn't this a migrant resource center?
Are you a migrant, sir?
Have you asked me if I'm a migrant or not?
I just asked you,
Yeah.
are you a migrant, sir?
So I need resources, right?
Okay, sir.
So can I get resources? This is funded by taxpayers, a migrant resource center. City of San Antonio, excuse me. City of San Antonio.
Sir.
Yeah,
Okay.
excuse me. City of San Antonio,
Yes, sir.
Migrant Resource Center, correct? That's what this is?
This is a migrant resource center, sir.
Funded by the city, right? And the taxpayers?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so what's the issue?
You can't come in here, sir.
What are you hiding in there?
I'm not hiding anything, sir.
Obviously you are if you won't let me walk around. You're obviously hiding something, right? You're hiding something.
Okay.
There's something in there you don't want me to see. Let me make sure I get these individuals over here. Is this your supervisor right here?
Yes, sir.
Can I speak to you, please? So we have 4 San Antonio police officers here protecting this migrant resource center from members of the public. I'm not exactly sure why. Hello? I think he said I could just go back in.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. He said
Okay,
he
sir.
went like this. Don't put your hands on me.
Oh, sir, I'm just giving you back, sir.
Don't put your hands on me.
Okay, sir.
Don't put your hands on me.
Okay, sir.
De-escalate the situation. Don't put your hands
I'm
on me, all
trying
right?
to skip.
You're not.
Okay, sir.
Hey, how you guys doing today?
Good, how are you?
Are you gentlemen supervisors?
I'm a supervisor.
You're a supervisor, and your name, sir?
Sergeant Alanis.
Sergeant what?
Alanis.
Alanis, Sergeant Alanis. Nice to meet you, sir.
Meet you, man.
Hey, I'm just
Y'all can,
well.
y'all can go over there. We'll switch out.
So this is taxpayer-funded property, right? This is funded by taxpayers.
You gotta hang a step back a little bit, sir. You can't be on public.
I can't what?
You can't be inside here, sir,
Why would that be?
because you're not allowed to.
Why am I not allowed?
Sir, you got to step back.
This is taxpayer-funded property,
Yes, sir. You
sir.
got to step back. You can't be on property.
Sir, this is taxpayer-funded property.
Okay.
Why am I not allowed to come in here?
Because you're not.
Isn't this a migrant resource center, sir?
You cannot come in here, sir.
But why can't I? Is it a restricted area?
Yes.
Where does it say that it's restricted? It doesn't say it's restricted anywhere. There's no gates or anything. This is open to the public. So I want to make it clear. Your officers already told me they wouldn't answer the question. I want to make it clear. If I go on this property, because I want to make it clear. And your name was, sir?
Detective Vasquez.
Detective Vasquez. So Sarge, I want to make this very clear. Because I just want you to I want you to understand something. I'm an activist. This is what I do. I hold government accountable. And I've hold them accountable from New York City to a big government like New York City, and I'll hold San Antonio accountable. You're saying that if I go on taxpayer-funded property, you're going to arrest me. And I'm telling you, everybody else you've dealt with before me today, you've never met anybody like me, because I will hold you accountable, Sergeant. So you're telling me this public property that's publicly accessible, I am not allowed to be here, or you will arrest me, Sergeant?
Sir, you can't get off property.
Are you going to arrest me?
You can't get off property, sir.
I need to know if you're going to arrest me or not. How come these people are allowed in the property? How come she's allowed in the property? So I can go this way?
No, you cannot.
Why not?
Because they are migrants that have come here and they have a brisk.
Did you just check their?
Yes, I checked their arrest, man. You saw
Okay.
me.
So I would like to apply for some services here then, sir.
Okay, just wait here and we'll get somebody for you.
Right. Okay. Sergeant, I need you to be. I want to be clear, Sergeant. Sergeant, I want to be clear.
You need to take a step back, sir.
Sir, this is an entranceway. Stop. Come on, Sergeant, stop. Sergeant, stop. Sergeant, this is an entranceway. I'm not doing anything. Just, you need to de-escalate the situation. Sergeant, listen. Are you telling me, because I need to, this is my property. This is taxpayer-funded property, sir. Because I'm trying to have you hear me. This is taxpayer-funded property, sir. Why are you doing this? This is taxpayer-funded property. Are you telling me, all I need to know is, are you going to arrest me, Sergeant, if I go on taxpayer-funded property? I'm sorry?
You can't come off property.
On taxpayer-funded public property, right?
Come off property, sir.
I would like to speak to your supervisor, Sergeant.
You have somebody coming right now.
This is ridiculous.
Stop, please.
What do you have to hide in here? What's wrong with me walking around on public property? This is public property, sir. Right now, I'm right in line with the sidewalk. See the sidewalk here, sir? I'm right in line with the sidewalk.
Fine right there.
This is ridiculous. What are you hiding in here? It's just the Migrant Resource Center. What's the big deal? Or at least that's what it says. What it's supposed to be. So they have wristbands. So it's like a club, I guess. You get a wristband, ladies and gentlemen, and in that wristband, it's what gives you access to this property or not, huh? So if you're not a citizen, you can be on the property. Oh, I can't wait to litigate this with you in court. Cannot wait to litigate with the San Antonio Police Department and the city of San Antonio over this. This is ridiculous. So you're not a citizen, you have more rights on this property that's funded by taxpayers than taxpayers do. Are you kidding me? That doesn't make any sense. You are literally letting people in who aren't citizens, and you're keeping out a United States citizen from the property. Does that make any sense? I want to see what our taxpayer money's going to. I want to take a look around. What's the big deal?
We have somebody coming for you.
Who's coming? I don't understand.
I don't know.
I called for a supervisor. You came here and you're just as ignorant as the officers, sir. You're telling me that you're telling me I can't go on the property, but you won't even tell me if you'll arrest me or not. I don't want to get arrested, but at the end of the day, I've been arrested 9 times, Sergeant. I'm on the level with you, okay? I've been arrested 9 times since I've started my activism, and I promise you, all 9 times I've had the charges dismissed, and the officers have been sued, and the city has been sued. So if you want to make it an even 10, we can do that. We can do that. Absolutely ridiculous. Listen, if you want to use taxpayer money to help migrants, listen, that's up to the city. Nothing to do with me. But you're going to keep out taxpayers from evaluating what's going on here is absolutely ridiculous. And then your officer puts his hands on me. That's excessive force. I want to file a complaint against him. I know you think it's funny, but you can't put your hands on law-abiding citizens, sir. I don't know who taught you otherwise. I don't know if it was this sergeant. I don't know if it was your academy, but you can't put your hands on law-abiding citizens. This is public property, publicly accessible. It's pretty sad that we're in the United States of America and I can't walk on a taxpayer-funded property because I know that you will arrest me and you will take me to jail. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So as you can see here, ladies and gentlemen, there aren't any restricted area signs anywhere around here. How many officers are stationed here? A lot? Yeah, how many officers are stationed here? At least 4, right?
At least 4.
At least 4? That's a lot of resources going to this facility. Oh man, looks like we're gonna get arrested today. Number 10. Oh, I don't want to be arrested. It's private property that's funded by, that's being taken over right now by the city of San Antonio, which means it is publicly accessible now. Because you are paying, the city of San Antonio is funding all of this, including you being here. Of course you can. You could just walk in. This is public property. Of course you can.
Have a blanket CT, criminal trespassing order. If you come past like you are, you can be arrested.
A blanket criminal trespassing order. First of all, I'm not past the sidewalk, number one.
For this location.
For a specific law, specifically for this location, it was passed.
Right here.
I'm not going inside. I'm going to stay in the parking lot.
No, you're not going to stay in the parking lot. You can stay out there. You can film all you want from out there. You can talk to whoever you want out there. You can't come in here.
So, Vasquez, if I come in here, you'll be arrested. That's all I need to hear. Why is it so hard for you to say that? Just all you got to say is, if you come inside this property, we will arrest you. What's so hard about that?
We're gonna ask you to leave, and if you don't leave, you'll be arrested.
Okay, so if I come on the property, you're going to ask me to leave, and then, okay, I'm on the property.
Okay. You need to get off property, sir.
Or what?
Or you're gonna be arrested.
Or I will be arrested. There you go. There's the magic words. That's all you had to say. You just earned yourself a federal lawsuit. That's all that happened here. You earned yourself a federal lawsuit. I know you might hear that a lot, and a lot of people don't follow through, but I definitely will be. I promise you that.
When officers unlawfully block your access to public, taxpayer-funded spaces, remember, you have the right to film, to speak up, and to demand clarity. Stay calm, document every detail, ask for supervisors, and know that accountability begins when you refuse to be silenced. Your rights are non-negotiable. Use them wisely. Imagine you're at Honolulu's airport security checkpoint, camera in hand to document transparency, when suddenly a TSA agent and an allied Universal Airport Police officer confront you. They misquote policies, demand you stop filming, and even claim private contractors or law enforcement. No clear rules, just confusion and intimidation. What really happens when the screeners don't know the law? Stay tuned.
To airports like JFK or LaGuardia or LAX. We are actually on our way home to JFK. So you can see here, hopefully these TSA agents have the right information, are educated on their own policy and procedure, because their own policy and procedure states that we have every right to record the security checkpoint here. So that's what we're gonna do. So far, so good. No one has given us any sort of issue or problem with recording. Allied Universal. They follow me everywhere I go. Excuse me?
Cannot be doing that in the checkpoint.
Can't be doing what?
Recording in the property,
I can't do what?
Yeah, you gotta come here. You cannot be screening. You cannot be videoing the screening process. That's a violation.
It's a violation of what?
Screening their screening process.
The security checkpoint?
The screening process.
The security
If you
checkpoint.
If you read what I'm talking about, the process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the security. No, I'm not. No, that. What are you reading from?
No, I understand what you're saying. I think you're just filming something in general.
No, but what are you
I'm just
talking
saying
about?
that the screening process of what these guys do in the work environment. That's what I'm talking
I'm just.
about.
I'm filming in general.
I know.
Yeah.
I know what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm just filming in
but
general.
It's covering into their work areas. that
So
are-
this way. So you're saying I can't.
Yeah, it's
I can't.
if you backed off and you were just kind of filming your friends coming through or the general, that's fine.
Yeah. So
But-
it's generally filming. It's fine,
but
right?
when you start focusing in what they're doing and like their procedures or what's on that X-ray, that becomes an issue. You can understand what I'm trying to explain.
Well, I'm not filming any X-ray machines.
I understand what you're
So
saying.
why are we talking?
Well, because they felt it was worth bringing it up. So
Okay, that's. I'm not filming any security screens. I know what the TSA policy is. You're allowed to film the security checkpoint in general. You're just not allowed to film the X-ray machines, which, I mean, what does that really matter? Anything I can see from public, I can film. And there's no way of them telling if I'm filming security X-ray machines anyway. So it's kind of a stupid and nonsensical policy that they have here. Because if you could see it from public, you can film it. Can I see the X-ray machine with my own eyes? Yes, I can. So what would be the difference if I recorded it? If I had a photographic memory? It's just doesn't make any real sense. But it does sound like the Allied Universal security officer here was educated on the TSA guidelines, so that's a good thing.
Okay, Ryan's coming, we'll meet you over there.
Hey, sir, can you please stop filming? I mean, that's my son and everything.
He's your son?
This is my son. I don't know why you're...
Why are you, but why are you stopping? I'm not filming your son.
I just saw it.
Yeah, but I don't know why you're even talking to me. I'm filming over here, the security checkpoint area, that's all.
Yeah, but you're filming minors.
I'm filming, I'm sure there's minors on it, but what does that make a difference?
What are y'all doing?
I never will understand that whatsoever. Whatsoever. You don't want your son to be on video. You don't want me recording your son, but yet you stop with your son to confront the cameraman. It makes absolutely zero sense whatsoever. It's ridiculous. If you don't want your son, your minor son, adult son, I don't care. If you don't want your son to be recorded, maybe don't have him.
How you doing, man? What you doing?
Hey, how are you? What's your name?
My name is Jason.
Jason?
Are you done with the screening process? Are you waiting for somebody?
Yeah, I'm done with the screening process. That's correct, Jason. Yeah.
So, how come you're still here?
I'm sorry, sir?
How come you're still around here?
Oh, I'm just taking some pictures and video. My name is Sean Jason. I'm an independent journalist. I'm just working on a story here on the TSA.
Billy!
So this is the TSA agent that is starting all the problems here. This TSA agent.
Okay. But I just explained to him in a public area, you know what I'm saying?
So there's no issue, right, Jason? So triggered over a camera. I'll never understand. Never. As long as I'm recording and exercising my constitutional rights, I will never understand why, A, people have such a big problem with being recorded when they're always recording us. Look at all of our friendly reminders, ladies and gentlemen. Look at all those cameras. They're everywhere. They are everywhere. Hey, sir, can I ask you a question? Sir? You mind if I ask you a question?
Yes.
I see you have, you work for Allied Universal, but then it says Airport Police. Are you law enforcement or are you a security guard? On the back of your shirt it says Airport Police.
Contract police officer.
You're a contracted police officer? Are you law enforcement? You're law enforcement. What law do you enforce as a private security company?
We enforce the airport rules and regulations, administrative rules and regulations, which are laws.
Which are
within
laws.
the airport complex.
So
Administrative rules.
I'm sorry, I've never seen an Allied Universal that claims to be police before.
Right. I think we're the unique one.
Yeah.
In this country.
Okay, because I've never seen an Allied Universal that has police on the back of their uniform there. So
Yes.
you can effect arrests?
The state of Hawaii entered into a contract with Allied Universal.
So you can effect arrests?
Yes.
Interesting. I never knew that. Thank you for answering my question. Appreciate it. Very interesting. Allied Universal is contracted with the state of Hawaii in order to be a law enforcement officer here. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. So it looks like the TSA agent here that started everything, not even the Allied Universal security guard, or should I say airport police, because he's apparently a law enforcement. We'll look into that contract. That's interesting. I don't see how a private company could be law enforcement. We have this TSA officer over here on the phone. They just went to www.tsa.gov. They'll see their filming policy and the procedures and regulations right there, that everything I'm doing is a constitutionally protected activity. All they have to do is go to their public website and they'll see that. But we're going to be getting out of here, guys. No one has violated our rights. Very interesting about the woman who comes up to the camera because she doesn't want her minor children filmed, but yet she puts her minor children in front of the camera. Absolutely blows my mind. Absolutely blows my mind. I seriously will never, never, never understand the logic in that. The TSA security officer who made a big deal about everything, she got educated. I'm sure this officer over here is getting educated right now. So we're gonna be going to our gate and getting out of here. Let me know what you think about this one in the comment section below. As always, stay safe. God bless. I'll see you in the next video. Long Island Audit. Peace.
When checkpoint personnel twist or ignore TSA filming rules, remember, TSA's own website clearly allows recording in public areas of the checkpoint. Stay calm, cite the exact policy, and ask to speak with a supervisor. If private contractors claim police powers, request to see their contract. Your First Amendment rights are real. Stand firm and document with confidence. Picture yourself standing on a public roadway, camera in hand, as two Space Force security forces investigators step up, demanding ID and warning you to stop filming a military installation. No signs, no clear authority, just vague threats of trespass and law enforcement calls. What lengths will they go to keep you silent? Let's dive in.
Identification on you that I can check?
No, I'm not going to provide you with any ID.
That's fine. Just let you know, cross that white line, if you have no identification to allow you access onto the installation, then we're gonna have to get you under trespassing. Okay. Just
I
wanna
got
let
you.
know that.
All right,
You
so
can
that white line right over there.
That white line right there. Whatever you want to do right here.
But all this is public property, correct?
That's fine.
Okay, great.
Just be mindful of the road, traffic.
Sure,
put
I'm
yourself in
a
danger and other people.
I'm a big boy. I'll take care of myself. I got you. Thank you. You said your name was
Andrade.
Andrade.
Yes, sir.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank
too,
you.
sir. Have a good day.
You
okay?
have a great day as well. Sergeant Andrade with security forces has come out and spoke with us. Of course, he's gonna ask for ID, but we're not gonna give it here. So, you know, overall, not a bad experience. Like I say in most of my videos, coming out here and talking to me and having a civil conversation with me, I'm not gonna fault you for that. You know, this is a military installation, and they have a right to be concerned, but I have a right to stay here and film for as long as I'd like. Also have the right not to give up my personal identification. So yeah, that white line right there in front of us is a right over here is where you formally enter the U.S. Space Force base and their property. So we will not be passing this white line at all. Don't want to give them jurisdiction over me, which as of right now they do not have. U.S. Space Force, Patrick Space Force Base. Security forces have no jurisdiction outside of that base. The worst thing they can do would be to call local law enforcement and which would be Brevard County sheriffs, and they do not have any jurisdiction over me, as I am not breaking any laws. Hi, how are you? Good.
I'm Investigator Erickson with Security Forces.
Investigator Erickson?
Yes, sir.
And your name, ma'am?
Investigator Beagle.
Exactly. Beagle?
Beagle.
Beagle?
Yes.
Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you. We're just wondering why you're recording a military installation.
Yeah, no.
Something we can help you with?
No, you don't. I don't need help with anything. I'm just taking some public photography of the base, that's all.
Okay, so in order to do that, you have to go through the installation actually and go through public affairs and coordinate it with them.
Yeah.
Since they're the ones that do all the photography. You can't
But
actually
I don't want to go on the base and photograph.
No, I understand that, but any base property, you can't actually photograph or record the base property.
Yeah,
Without going through that.
but I'm not on the base right now.
But it's the property that you're recording.
Yeah.
Even if you're not on it, you just can't record like the procedures.
Yeah.
No. We were told that you were recording what the gate is doing.
Yeah, I'm recording the gate, everything around the gate. That's correct. Okay. Yeah. So basically, I'm from my understanding, investigator, is that I'm just taking public photos from a public.
Okay. Is that
place.
your job? Do you work for a news company?
Yeah, I'm an independent journalist.
Okay.
Yeah, I have no ill intent, and like I said, I'm just filming what I can see from public. That's all.
And I understand, we have the cool Space Force sign and everybody.
Space Force. Yeah, pretty cool.
Unfortunately, I don't make the rules.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you just can't record the installation entry control.
Yeah. Well, that's. I understand that that's what you perceive to be the rules, but I know I'm not breaking any laws by doing this, because if I can see it from public, I can record it from public. So that might be like an Air Force rule or Space Force rule, but
it's a federal government.
A federal government rule.
So this is a federal installation.
Yes, I understand that.
So
I get that.
We can't. You're allowed to stand here.
Uh-huh.
You can record that. Record that.
Yeah.
But you cannot record that.
Yeah.
In order to do that, you have to get a hold of public affairs. Their number's actually online in the directory for the Space Force base.
Okay. Yeah. I don't think we're gonna agree here.
We're not, and we understand that. We're just telling you you cannot do it.
Okay.
And that we would have to, I don't want to, but we would have to call local law enforcement out here to escort you away from the installation if you don't follow the procedures in regards to reporting the installation.
Yeah. No, and
that's why we're just coming to you and giving you the chance to just not.
Yeah, no, and I understand exactly why you guys are here, and I can understand that, but you know, I have a right to be here. I have a right to film whatever I can see from public, and that's what I think. Regardless of whatever, I don't know what rules you're speaking of, but that's what I know. So, you know, if you need to call local law enforcement or whatever you need to do, you know, that's fine. You can do that. It's within your right to do that.
We just wanted to come to you first and talk
yeah,
to you.
That's great. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Okay, and can I get your name?
No, I'm not going to give my name.
Okay, that's fine.
All right.
Stand here and watch.
So how long you been an investigator? Long time? Doesn't look like it could be a long time. All right.
Sure, it's hot out today.
I mean, it's Florida, right? It's Florida.
It's actually surprising it's sunny today.
Yeah.
It's been really like disgusting out lately.
Yeah, I know, definitely, I know. We caught a break with the hurricane,
I know.
the tropical storm.
Yeah.
We caught a break.
It was going to be worse than what it was, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, because it went around Melbourne
About,
area.
Like, the West Coast?
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Or the West Coast of Florida.
Yeah, West Coast of Florida. Yeah.
California doesn't get hurricanes.
No, they get earthquakes. That's even worse. I don't want the ground moving for sure.
No, but I mean, a hurricane could flood.
Yeah. True. U.S. government plates here on this Ford Fusion. 2 investigators with the Air Force. So according to these 2 investigators here, I am breaking some sort of federal rule, was their word, a federal rule that says that you cannot record a military installation from public. I'm not exactly what rule these investigators are referring to, but they were nice enough, cordial enough, even though they're wrong, you know? Very young to be investigators. Very interesting. Here at the Patrick Space Force Base, Brevard County, Florida. There's an unidentified male in the back. 2 males. They decided to send out the females to speak with me. Wasn't here very long before they sent out investigators to come speak with me. You got military personnel right there talking with them. You can see. All right, guys, so the investigators for the security forces just left. They informed me that if I did not move from this public area, and that it was against their rules, apparently, to film the gate of the Space Force base or any military installation, according to them. They informed me that they were going to call local law enforcement, which would be the Brevard County Sheriffs. So we're going to wait here and see if they actually call them, and if they actually show up, and see if the Brevard County Sheriffs respect our rights to film in public. So we'll see what happens. Stick around here.
Hey, sir.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. Yourself?
Good.
So I already know, like, you're doing your first audit stuff, but you do know to get to U.S. code to take any type of photography of a military installation, entryway, and or sketch of a military.
That would be if it was designated by the President of the United States.
No, it's actually U.S. code. It's 18 U.S. code 795, photography and sketching defense installations.
Yeah.
It's against the U.S. code to take any type of photography of any installation.
Yeah, that's not true. I've taken photography of many installations, and
it says it in the U.S. code. I just want to let you know, but
I understand. Thanks, you too.
When officials cite ambiguous rules to intimidate you off public land, remember, if you can see it, you can film it. Stay composed, know your First Amendment protections, and ask for specific legal citations. USC 18 Section 795 only applies to installations designated by the President. Arm yourself with facts and never let vague threats silence your right to document.